Grant Cardone is full of and so is every other pretend expert who says you should rent, not buy. Let me show you this clip.
Buying a house, worst investment you'll ever make in your entire life. Let's say you paid $1 million to buy a house. Average house here is $576. $576 is what you paid. Now you need 12% for broker fee.
12% for broker fees is insane. The most you would pay is 6, but with the new NAR lawsuit, that might be as little as 3. So he is either doubling or quadrupling what you would pay in broker fees.
Let's say you keep the house 10 years. You need 10% in maintenance fees. It's 1% a year maintenance fees.
So 10% in maintenance fees is a little bit crazy. I've never had that much in maintenance fees over the 3 homes that I've owned. But maybe if you buy a lemon.
It's about 2% in property taxes every year. That's 20%.
Okay, I'm going to stop him there. 2% for property taxes is literally 4 times my state's average and the bordering states around me. So he's just taking numbers and doubling or quadrupling them is what it looks like to me.
2 times 10 is 20. And it's probably 7% to the bank, so that's 70%.
Okay, so 70% to the bank, that's a stretch. Now, rates are between 7 and 8% right now, but 80% of people have a 5% interest rate. Besides that, the main problem is he doesn't know or he's ignoring how mortgage math works.
Total those up, it's 112%. $576,000 home will have to be sold for $1.2 million in 10 years. You're not going to sell it for that. To break even, dead money, and you had to put $100,000.
Okay, stopping him there. Needing $100,000 to buy a $500,000 home, $100,000 down, like that's if you want no mortgage insurance, conforming financing. There are options that are less than 1/5 what he's saying there, less than $20,000 down. So he, again, is more than 5 timesing his figures to, I guess, try and make a point.
Rather than buying one house, rent where you live and take that $100,000 and go buy a piece of real estate where other people live. I just don't need to own a home on the way up. I need to own assets that pay me on the way up.
Lastly here, guys, he's like, you're not going to sell a home for $1.2 million. I looked, the average in my area over the past 10 years has been 120.62% appreciation, about 12% per year. So you literally would have sold the house for that much. But here's how that math would really work. You buy the house for $576. You'll pay an average of about $22.5 thousand per year in interest for a total of 39% of the purchase price. You're going to pay about 7% in maintenance fees, 6% in broker's fees on the highest end, and 5% in taxes. That $576,000 home will have to sell for 57% more than you bought it for, or $904,000, if you don't count the tax savings. He's pretending that the place that you're going to be renting will be somehow free. Regardless, though, if in the past 10 years that house was $576, in my area, it's actually worth $1.2 million today. So, long story short, I wouldn't take advice from a salesperson who has to exaggerate or simply fabricate every single figure they use to try and make a point.